Good. It's yummy.
I don't think a guest has ever made us cookies before. This is
I'm
pretty
here
cool.
first.
I think so.
You got cookies?
No, I don't think. Oh,
Amazingly, no.
it's the babysitter.
We also haven't had that long yet.
Hey, come on in.
Okay.
Babysitter?
How's it going? Yeah. This is the babysitter. You brought your daughter, right? You need a babysitter?
No, I'm good. I didn't bring her. I'm good.
She's in the car. Bring her up.
Should I go down there?
No,
if she's in the car, just bring her. He can watch her
I
for
don't
the
have
hour.
her.
Just give me the keys, I'll go down there.
This guy's like the best guy. We looked all over. He only charges like $50 an hour, so.
He's good. He's my regular guy.
You have children?
I'm a fan of Ladies First,
Alrighty.
so let's ask Cory a question.
Cory, I want to know about the screenplay that you wrote recently. It's
Ooh.
Jack and Jill,
Jack
right?
and Jill,
it's,
yes.
it's winning
Real
awards,
good.
right?
It's actually it's won 3 awards.
3 awards.
Well, 1 actual award, second place in Scriptapalooza in 2004. I
Nice.
didn't recently write it. I wrote
Okay.
it like 17 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Okay.
It's been a passion piece of mine. So, and the second was Nevada Film Festival, top 10, and the most recent was Francis Ford Coppola's American Zoetrope,
Nice.
semi-finalist.
Very cool.
So, yeah, we're really excited. I have a writing partner, Clark McCutcheon, so I need to mention his name because he's brilliant.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Clark, if you're listening.
Yes.
Call
Thank
in.
you, Clark.
Yeah, 800-405-6422.
He's in a phone booth right now, changing Superman.
Do you do any writing, John?
I write. I've sold a lot of shows. I sold a show to NBC years ago called The Second Half.
Oh, okay.
I wrote up several pilots. I write all my own stand-up.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I spend all day long walking around in a circle, mumbling to myself about ideas that never make it any place other than my left ear.
Sure. How does your family feel about that?
They don't talk to me much.
Oh, okay.
They know I'm not listening, and they don't listen. My kids have ADD, and I have OCD, and we don't really we wave.
Okay. I was going to ask if your kids have grown on you yet, because I saw something where you were saying you weren't that fond of them.
You know what? They if you do have children, don't feed them.
Okay. Just
Don't feed them.
Don't feed them. They come back. Just let them go. Let them meander.
So it's
and
like a
stuff
stray
that.
dog or something. You don't want to.
No,
You don't want to encourage
let
them.
him go. My son is very funny. My son just he does an improv class in Sherman Oaks, and his first manager came up to him Saturday and asked him if he would sign with him,
Oh, cool.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
and I punched her in the face.
Don't encourage him.
John
That's,
is all talk. He's
Is
all
he?
talk.
That's
He's a
some
great
hard
dad. I've
negotiating.
seen him
Oh.
with kids.
And
So-
you have a daughter, too.
I do. I
And
have
she's
an 11-year-old.
Yes, and she's also an actress, right?
She is. Well, she just did her second play. She was Pepper in what was it? Peter Pan.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's
yeah.
cool.
Hi.
I played Peter Pan.
Wow, with her daughter?
They couldn't
Yeah,
lift
that
me
was
for
fun.
some reason or other. Couldn't get.
All right. Well, there are tons of other projects we got to talk about. Hidden Howie, I want to hit on because I've seen that.
Right.
Did that start on Leno's show? How did that work? You were on Hidden Howie. which is
Howie
Mandel's show.
Howie shot a show at NBC,
Yeah.
and he hated the way it turned out.
Okay.
And because he walked in with one idea, and by the time they finished shooting and everything like that, they screwed everything up and blah, blah, and he didn't like it. So he wanted to prove to them that he could write a show and put together a show that he wanted to put together. So he went and took money out of his own pocket and produced this pilot, and with myself, and she played Seinfeld's mother. I forget her name now. And Peter Tilden was directed it, or was one of the writers on it, and it was a whole bunch of people. It was just everyone did it for free, and we all went there and did this thing. Julie Warner played his wife, and we shot this thing, and then he sold it to Bravo.
Nice.
Yeah. So and from that came Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
They had the same managers, and these kids had no idea what to do with the show. So they said, "Listen, this is what Howie did. If you want to try and sell a show, do this." And that's how they shot Sunny in Philadelphia, and they came up with it and sold it to FX.
Nice.
Very cool indeed.
Yeah, because you know what? Most network people are retarded,
Right.
and the ones that aren't retarded are being helped by the retarded people. So
You don't mean clinically retarded. You mean like they're just
No,
make
no,
terrible.
clinically they're
Okay.
freaking retarded.
Okay.
You could go. I was one. I told this to Chris Albrecht when he was at HBO years ago. I wanted to create a show where you take a monkey and a network executive, and you give them both a show and see who comes up with a better show. And I'll bet you the monkey comes up with a show equally as good as or better than the network executive. But I forgot where I was going.
For those just tuning in, this is Acting Up with Rick and Keith. We've actually got 2 calls on. Should we go to a call?
Of course.
We've got John on line 1 with a question for Cory. John, go ahead.
Hey, I was wondering if you would ever consider stand-up.
Oh.
No.
Oh, go for it.
No, you know what? I would love to do I would love to do a show like Friends, a comedy show like Friends.
Absolutely.
But stand up, I don't know if I could. I don't know. I don't think I could do that.
I
admire comedians. It's a tough gig, and I love comedy, but I don't know if I could do stand up.
I would like to
I'd
say
challenge
something
myself.
in defense of that.
Yeah.
A lot of people like stand up. There's great stand up out there.
Thank you.
And they're a great, yeah, exactly. John Mendoza. Funnily enough, to sidebar just a bit, I was flipping around HBO the other day, saw John Mendoza on stage, and I was like, oh wow, I remember seeing this stand up bit. I mean, maybe when I was like 13 or something.
Sure.
And then I'm looking over our thing, and I'm like, oh, and now that guy's going to be on our show in a couple of weeks. Awesome. Like, I hadn't put 2 and 2 together.
Thank you.
Right.
But anyway, in defense of Cory not being interested in stand up, that's okay because so many people are just like, I don't really know. Maybe I should just jump into stand up.
I have a question for John.
Yes.
It's about a specific joke. I'm familiar with your work, but I remember specifically, and I don't remember where I saw this, but you have a joke about a blind parachuter.
Oh, yeah.
And you switched it from, you ever hear a dog scream to German Shepherd scream, and I saw that story told, I think it might have been in Jerry Seinfeld's movie about stand-up comedians. Is that where I saw it?
That would be interesting. I didn't see it, but it is that is true. It was I was doing a joke, and it wasn't working. It was never worked, and I liked it. And one night I walked off stage to Catch a Rising Star, and Jerry said to me, he said, why don't you let people see the dog? And the joke was, he said, change it to an actual type of dog. So I was doing, I went skydiving in Atlanta with a guy, and he was blind. I said, you ever hear a dog scream at 10,000 feet? Which never got a laugh, and I changed it to, did you ever hear a German Shepherd scream at 10,000 feet? And all of a sudden it got a laugh. And that was cool. That was one of the great things about doing stand-up in the early 80s and late 70s, is you would help people.
Mm-hmm.
Someone would walk off stage, and you would hear him do a joke, and you would jot down the joke, and you would go, hey, listen, why don't you try adding this to the joke, or taking that out? Or here's a tag to a joke, and it was Seinfeld, Larry Miller. It was all of us, and we would just help each other out with jokes.
Basketball, you did, Cory.
I did.
Yeah, how did you get that one?
It's one of Sanford's favorite movies.
It is.
I actually got a call from my agent
Uh-huh.
to go audition for this part, and it was opposite all blonde hair, big, well-endowed girls, and I figured out quickly when I was in the room that I needed to make this funny. And I'd heard that the Zucker brothers don't print a take unless they laugh while they're directing their scene, which you probably know. And so I just quickly revamped it in my mind, went in and made them laugh, and I got the part. And it was funny. It was pretty good working with those guys, but they had to duct tape what I have.
Mm-hmm. Your chest?
Yes, my chest. And so I had ended up getting third-degree burns.
No way.
Duct tape. Yeah.
Wow.
So note to yeah, it was
Burns, like actual burns.
Yes.
Just from duct tape.
Yes, but it's all for the craft,
I
Fair
guess.
enough.
Yeah.
So
But
isn't there like a body tape
it's
or something
pretty
they're supposed to
intense.
use? Is
We
that-
had no time. And we had a lot to do, a lot of work to do on that part. So
How long were you taped for? Like all day?
all day.
How
Wow.
loud
all
did
day.
you scream when they pulled it off?
Yeah,
Oh my
really.
goodness, it took my skin right off. But it was a funny movie, and I got to tell you, working with David Zucker was awesome. He's awesome.
Very
He was
cool.
good, yeah. It was funny. And Matt and Trey,
Yeah.
they're hilarious.
So were they pulling hijinks on the set constantly?
They were.
Really?
I actually heard like Beethoven and Mozart and all this classical music, and I went in the house, and I think it was Matt. I get them mixed up. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, Trey.
I get it mixed up.
One
too.
was playing the piano. They're just so talented. And they were writing Dumb and Dumber 2.
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, really?
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
And they like wrote it in like 4 days.
Really?
It was incredible. They're
Huh.
really amazing.
I thought you were going to say the music was some kind of joke or something, but they're actually just really good
No,
musician.
he's really a classical musician.
Okay.
Yeah.